is not on our report, sir.
No, that is referred to the October, 18th October in Sindh.
No, sir. ये इन्वेस्टिगेशन ज़ाहिर है उस वक्त हम पावर में नहीं थे और लोकल पुलिस कर रही थी और जो बड़ा ही अच्छा DSP काफी हद तक पहुंच चुका था he was murdered. जी हाँ, he was murdered. और वो ये सस्पिशन की जा रही है कि क्योंकि जो रिपोर्ट्स उसको तो मुझे मिली थी और जो थोड़ी बहुत उस वक्त प्रोग्रेस आ रही थी he had come to some conclusion. He was very nearby when he was murdered. So Arbab is not here. That point has already been noted, and as exam Arbab comes back, this question is going to be asked as to what were his intentions and what was his information that he can predict it. That सुबह को बजे हुए और 2 बजेंगे और शाम को रोना होगा.
12 बजे तक खत्म हो जाएगा. तो ठीक है.
This is exactly the question is going to be asked, but in the southern country, whenever he comes, his be question.
Whenever he comes, his be question. And regarding that magistrate, please give response.
Remember, that was just a vague statement by a defense counsel on the TV media. We have been asked not to make any statement or make any explanation on the come on media. The special prosecutors are not allowed to address the media. It was a misstatement. It was not about Ihtizaz, though he recorded statement of Shaheed Mohtarma Benazir Bhutto. It was stated by the defense about the Hussain Gul. He has rightly pointed out what he said on the media is that کہ جی وہ اس نے پہلے شیر زبان کو کر دیا تھا بعد میں اسے حسین گل کو کیا. تو it was just a statement on TV outside the jail. It is not rightly picked up both the accused person amongst the 7 present before the court. The statement is line by line according to the actual statement recorded in the court under section 164 CRPC. Intact. And secondly, we have listed about 133 witnesses. President GH is at C number 125. We have to thoroughly examined.
Rafiq Sahab.
سر یہ ایک منٹ یہ ابھی اجلاس نہیں چل رہا پلیز آپ پوچھ لیجیے سر میں جو اس کیس کے حوالے سے تو بڑی اچھی کمپریہنسو بریفنگ دی گئی ہے. بہت سارے ایسے سوالات ہیں جو 18 اکتوبر میں جو شہید محترمہ بے نظیر بھٹو کو شہید کرنے کے لیے جو اسٹارٹ لیا گیا وہ 18 اکتوبر تھا اور نہ صرف محترمہ شہید بے نظیر بھٹو بلکہ پوری لیڈرشپ کو ختم کر دینا چاہتے تھے جو یہاں بلاسٹ ہوا. اور پھر سر جب محترمہ شہید بے نظیر بھٹو صاحبہ کو شہید کیا گیا جس دن پنڈی میں وہاں ایک ایسا گروپ جو ایک قسم کے پلے کارڈ لے کر وہ چل رہا تھا اور وہاں شہید محترمہ بے نظیر بھٹو ہمیشہ ہم نے دیکھا کہ جلسے کے بعد بی بی جو ہے کبھی وہ ہیچ نکال کر یا باہر وہ نہیں نکلتی تھی اور اسے ہیچ کھولا گیا اور بی بی کو باقاعدہ وہ پلے کارڈ والے روکتے ہیں جس میں پورا پلان کیا گیا تھا کہ کچھ سوسائڈ بامبر ہوں گے کچھ اسنیپر ہوں گے یا جنہوں نے محترمہ کو جنہوں نے جو ہے وہ گولی چلائی. وہ کون تھے جنہوں نے ہیچ کھولا؟ شہنشاہ خالد کا مرڈر, ڈی ایس پی رانجھا کا مرڈر. اسی طرح ہم دیکھتے ہیں کہ مرتضی بھٹو کیس میں بھی جو ان کو اسیسینیٹ کیا گیا اس علاقے کے ایس ایچ او کو بھی مار دیا جاتا ہے. اب وہ لوگ وہ کون سے لوگ تھے جب وہ نکل رہی تھی محترمہ شہید؟
وزیر داخلہ رحمان ملک ارکان سندھ اسمبلی کو بریفنگ دے رہے ہیں بے نظیر بھٹو قتل کیس کے حوالے سے. ان کے ہمراہ موجود ہیں ڈی جی ایف آئی اے خالد قریشی اور جو ابتدائی تفصیلات اس کی سامنے آئی ہیں اس پر وزیر داخلہ کا کہنا ہے کہ بے نظیر بھٹو شہید کو انتقامی کارروائی کا نشانہ بنایا گیا تھا اور ان کا کہنا ہے کہ بہت جلد قتل کی منصوبہ بندی کرنے والوں تک پہنچ جائیں گے. ویڈیو وال پر اس کی پریزنٹیشن بھی دی گئی اور اب تک جو کارروائی ہوئی اس کے مندرجات سے بھی ارکان سندھ اسمبلی کو آگاہ کیا گیا. اور اب وزیر داخلہ رحمان ملک اور ڈی جی ایف آئی اے خالد قریشی ارکان سندھ اسمبلی کے مختلف کوئریز کا اور مختلف کوئریز جو ان سے کی جا رہی ہیں اس کی وضاحت کر رہے ہیں.
اتنی شاندار سر محنت کر کے 4 سال میں رپورٹ پیش کی. ہمارے صدر پاکستان آصف علی زرداری صاحب کی چیف منسٹر صاحب بھی بیٹھے جنہوں نے کافی اس میں رول پلے کیا. محترمہ شہید یہاں پہ آئی تھی تو ہم نے آرگنائز کیا تھا سندھ میں خصوصاً जो हमारे जानिसाज हमने तैयार किए थे, क्योंकि आई एग्री विद ऑनरेबल फेडरल मिनिस्टर बिकॉज दैट टाइम द गवर्नमेंट नेवर प्रोवाइडेड एनी सिक्योरिटी टू आवर लीडर्स। तो हमने अपनी टीम तैयार की थी, जिसकी जो वाकया हुआ था सर 18 को, जैसे हमारे ऑनरेबल मेंबर ने बताया कि उस वक्त के चीफ मिनिस्टर साहब की स्टेटमेंट थी कि ये सेक्रेटरी का नाम लिया।
नाज़रीन, आगा सिराज दुरानी इस वक्त वज़ीर दाखिला रहमान मलिक और DG-FIA से कुछ और वजाहत और कुछ और डिटेल्स के हवाले से सवाल कर रहे हैं। और आज जब इस ब्रीफिंग का आगाज हुआ तो उसमें वज़ीर दाखिला रहमान मलिक और DG-FIA ने इस केस में अब तक जितनी पेशरफ्त हुई उससे अरकान सिंध असेंबली को आगाह किया, और जो ब्रीफिंग दी गई उसकी तफसीलात हम आपसे दोबारा शेयर करते हैं।
रहमान मलिक की Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Honorable Speaker, Deputy Speaker, Leader of the House, Leader of the Opposition, Cabinet members, advisors, and all my dear honorable members of the Provincial Assembly, Assalamu alaikum. And whereas very rightly mentioned by the Speaker, to give the briefing on the investigation carried out by the investigating team of Mohtarma Benazir Bhutto Shaheed. And of course, this is for the first time since the investigation was started that it is coming public. Mr. Speaker, every Pakistani really wants the facts as to who murdered our beloved leader. And obviously, it has taken some time because such investigations are always very complicated. When I say complicated, whoever had made this plan had made a number of cutouts, and obviously making the job of the investigators difficult. Before I invite the head of the investigative team, it's a historic meeting, historic briefing, I would like to mention two things on the background, what had been happening in the past before the arrival of Mohtarma Benazir Bhutto Shaheed. All my workers for Pakistan People's Party told how Mohtarma Benazir Bhutto Shaheed was victimized. Not only she, her spouse, President Radari, the children. And you know all very well that how many fake cases were made, and she was compelled to leave the country. Everybody knows who started the victimization and how it was started. And it is also a well-known fact now, by way of history, by way of judicial record, by way of trials, all is on record. Only on one point, I'll mention one case in which a fake case was registered and the travel book was put in Hindi. Then chairman of the Staff Bureau, Dr. Rehman, and the then Prime Minister of the country told the judge to give the maximum dose. Not only the trial judge, but the Chief Justice of then High Court was told that this has to be done. The trial judge says, I'm sorry sir, I cannot give that maximum dose. But he ordered. And I say, God always keep justice. God always bring the truth. And one God-fearing person was tapping that conversation. And that conversation was made public by me under the direction of Mohtarma Benazir Bhutto, and 3 judges of the Supreme Court were sacked, which is on record. This was the victimization, and then many cases, such cases, were in fact instituted against her, and you witnessed yourself with small babies. She was shuttling from one court to the other, shuttling the third to the fourth. So this is how she went abroad. Under victimization, under that torture, she went to abroad, and she did not leave the struggle to that the democracy path. And here comes Rehman Malik. And that victimization never stopped. Again, fake cases were instituted. The documents were fabricated. The photocopies were created, and then they were declared by way of jugglery and by way of faking as original. That is also on record. What I mean to say, that all those who gave counsel to Mohtarma Benazir Bhutto and the family, irrespective of it was opponent from Noon League or Rehman Malik himself, she decided for reconciliation. That in London, I was directed to see some of the Noon League members. I met them and their starts the legislation, and which culminated into Charters of Democracy, which has been published a lot. Lot of propaganda was done. Thank to Almighty Allah that whatever commitment my leader gave to the world, to the assassination and to the opponents, almost that stands completed yesterday when 20th Amendment was passed. And today we can say that Pakistan People's Party and the leadership of Pakistan People's Party under Mohtarma Benazir Bhutto, whatever she committed, that is actually clear, passed and committed and implemented by her husband, President Obama, who had given up all powers, and last power which was given yesterday to Senate, it is also well known. So whatever she decided, it was our duty and President Obama did that. Now coming on to the situation, General Musharraf having done that aggression, opponent having done that aggression, she decided to have a reconciliation, and that's where she decided to have a negotiation with the dictator. She had the negotiation with Noon League, and she said, I want to have peace in Karachi, peace in Sindh, and I want to have my dialogue with MPA. That's where she nominated me to talk, and I first met Mr. Anwar, and from there we started, and then I met Azabal, and rest of the things you know, how we are sitting together and we are part of coalition. This was also the vision of Mohtarma Benazir Bhutto. At that time, she was actually foreseeing that there might be trouble in Pakistan, because she had mentioned a very important word which is a part of the history, that do not nurse these terrorists. This will become a giant, and it will come to bite you back. And the world has seen, her words have proven actually right. Today we are suffering. Had we not given that kind of opportunity to them, perhaps this war would have not been there. Now having this kind of all that cruelty, all that aggression, all that adverse treatment to her, she still decided to talk to the dictator. And when she started that discussions, that dialogue, she met twice then President Musharraf in one of the Middle Eastern countries, and I remember the conversation which took place. She categorically told to General Musharraf when he told her that do not come to Pakistan, election से पहले मुल्क में वापस नहीं आना आपने. The decision of coming to Pakistan is mine, not yours. And then she had a conversation in US, in presence of Mark Siegel, where General Musharraf threatened that if you come to Pakistan, I repeat the word, it's a part of the plan, in form of confession statements also, that if you come to Pakistan before election, you will be responsible for consequences. If you come to Pakistan before election, I will not be responsible for your security. So that threat worked, and the world witnessed. She did not get that security which she was promised. So what I need to say, for the sake of democracy, for the sake of the people of Pakistan, she decided to undertake her journey back to Pakistan. Despite she was refused security in categorical terms. And what happened on the 18th October, that is known to everyone. The investigation started. I'll just give you only a preview, because